Let's be honest. In the world of UTVs, the price tag can be as intimidating as the terrain you're trying to conquer. Everyone talks about the flagship, 1,000-horsepower monsters, but what about the machine that actually pays the bills? Today we're looking at the Segway Fugleman UT6. It's aimed squarely at the mid-duty work market, the farmers, the foresters, and the weekend property warriors. It's got a 567cc engine, a massive cargo bed, and a price tag that makes the big names blush. But is it just a cheap alternative, or is this actually the smartest buy in the UTV market right now? Let's find out. Under the hood, or rather under the bed, you've got a 567cc liquid-cooled DOHC single-cylinder engine. It puts out 44 horsepower and 50 Nm of torque. Now, compared to the 1,000cc beasts out there, those numbers might sound modest, but out in the real world, it's surprisingly capable. We took this thing onto some seriously rutted rocky hill climbs. With the switchable front and rear locking differentials, it didn't just crawl, it marched. It handles steep inclines up to 35 degrees with an air of is that all you've got. It's not trying to win a drag race. It's built to pull, tow, and keep moving when the ground gets loose. And for a single cylinder, it's remarkably well damped. You're not getting that bone-shaking vibration you might expect from a budget workhorse. Let's talk about why you're actually buying this. The work. The UT6 features a 412-liter cargo bed that handles a payload of roughly 450 kilograms. That's about 1,000 pounds. And yes, it's a hydraulic tilting bed, which is a lifesaver when you're hauling gravel, firewood, or feed. Towing-wise, you're looking at a 2,500-pound capacity. It's not the biggest on the market, but for 90% of medium-duty tasks, it hits the sweet spot. Inside the cabin, you've got a 3-seater bench that is surprisingly comfortable. The flooring is durable synthetic with built-in drain plugs, so when you inevitably track mud inside, you can just hose it out. It's a practical, no-nonsense interior, though some might find the TFT instrument display a little on the smaller side. Here, where Segway tries to set itself apart. If you opt for the higher trim levels, you get this massive 10.4-inch touchscreen. It's the brain of the machine. But the real party trick is the Segway Powersports app. This isn't just a gimmick, it's smart commanding. You've got airlock, so you can lock and unlock the UTV from your phone, and a ride connectivity feature that lets you track your location and communicate with friends offline. There's also an automatic SOS feature. If the UTV detects a rollover or a significant accident, it sends a text with your GPS coordinates to an emergency contact. It's the kind of tech you usually only see on top-shelf vehicles, packed into an affordable work platform. So it's a bargain with cool tech. What's the catch? Well, no UTV is perfect. First, the transmission selector can be a bit finicky. It's easy to overshoot your gear if you're in a rush. Also, while the base model is incredibly priced, starting around $10,500 to $12,500 depending on the package, to get those fancy beadlock wheels, 30-inch tires, and the big touchscreen, you have to climb up the trim levels. And finally, while it's a stellar work machine, it isn't a thrill ride. If you're looking for a UTV to go dune jumping on the weekends, this isn't that bike. It's built for efficiency, torque, and reliability, not for high-speed desert racing. If you respect that limitation, you'll love this machine. So, is the Segway Fugleman UT6 the best budget work UTV? If your definition of best is a machine that does the job, keeps you connected, and leaves enough money in your pocket to actually buy the equipment you're hauling, then the answer is a resounding yes. It's rugged, it's tech-forward, and it's arguably the most mature machine we've seen from Segway yet. It's not trying to replace the giants. It's trying to be the most practical tool in your shed. What do you think? Is the UT6 worth the leap, Or are you sticking with the legacy brands? Drop a comment below, hit the like button if this helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one.